It's the FAQ podcast, frequently asked questions with Fuzzy and Quincy. If you would like to advertise, all you have to do is hit us Fuzzy and Q.
Not just advertise, sponsor us,
sponsor,
man. Sponsor,
advertise. fuzzyandq@gmail.com. That's fuzzyandq@gmail.com. Fuzzy, I told you, I'm excited. These dudes right here, this is the thing. We got to make this interview different.
No,
because every time they come in and they do an interview, it's like, oh, you're black. You've been golf.
Nah, we're gonna talk.
I'm from Eastside Atlanta, Zone 6. I'm from Delaware, Wilmington. Yeah, I used to sell drugs. They ain't sell drugs. But yeah, we got to spice it up. We got to make sure that
make it different.
These dudes from Eastside Golf, I can't lie. I got to give a shout out to my guy. Shout out to Lewis. He was like, yo, you never heard of Eastside Golf? He gave me a hat. I was like, no, this joint dope.
The logo, dog.
I was like, that's Earl. I didn't know that was Earl. Earl, boy, that the boy be teaching. He's like, no, he be selling drugs on the side, but now he's doing this. And then Elijah Wine, he from Zone 6. He used to be moving packs for Gucci Man.
Allegedly.
You never knew that?
We're going to find out. We'll talk about it. Frequently asked questions.
I'm lying. We got Elijah Wine and Earl from Eastside Golf. Thank y'all for coming to the FAQ podcast. Yo, what's up with y'all, man?
We good, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
happy to be here, man.
Y'all need to move to LA, man. Stop this bullshit. Move to LA, man.
I'm loving New York. I'm in New York. I love it.
Yeah,
listen, you can't be golfing 24 hours.
You can't do everything.
I mean, I got a simulator in my building, so.
Nah, it's not the same, though, bro. Listen, in LA, you can golf anytime you want to.
It is, but Florida is nice.
Florida is nice. I'm trying to benefit from me. I'm talking about you didn't see that.
I got where you.
I need to get back in my bag, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But they on the move. Elijah,
we in LA a lot though.
Yeah, definitely. We got an office out there.
Yeah, that's where all office is.
They just saw the
stunt, Nick.
Stunt. Let's count. We'll do a stunt meeting. We'll do a stunt meeting. Elijah, are you still in? Because Earl's in New York. Are you still in Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta, but I started the company out in Detroit.
Okay.
Actually. Yeah,
313. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, back in 2019, I wanted to turn pro in golf, and I couldn't find no sponsors. So I was just like, why not me sponsor myself by starting a company? So take the entrepreneurial route. So, I mean, name of the company is called Eastside Golf from East Atlanta.
Zone 6. Zone 6, what it do?
Eastside.
Come on, dog. Don't play with me.
He wrote on his Atlanta.
Yeah.
I go to Toast a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
What? I'm stay at Toast.
We lit.
That's my guy over there.
Lit.
Shout out to Toast.
Toast on Lennox?
Toast on Lennox.
I believe the owner's from Philly. Is he from Philly?
Yes, he is from Philly.
Had to put that out there.
Philly in the building.
So is the plan still to be pro golfers?
Yeah, so like I said, I created the company so I could turn pro, and now I'm able to fund my own golf career, from Eastside.
Jay-Z, Rockefeller, this is the way they did it, so you kind of taking that same independent route.
100%.
Definitely. I mean, we listen to so much hip-hop, definitely like Nipsey.
Yeah. And there's nobody that professionally has that lane.
No, hell no.
Like Tiger Woods, I ain't gonna front. Tiger Woods got me to playing golf. Damn, thanks to goddamn Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah. For sure.
I used to kill it on Tiger Woods. And I was enjoying the game so much that we started doing it,
right, in real life.
The radio station, Joe Grande and
Joe.
Johnny Barber. They got me into golf.
For sure.
But I'm a lefty. I write with my right, but I'm a lefty, and I'm like, what made it fun for me was my instructor he's a right-handed guy. So I would just face him.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like,
y'all can hit shots right.
We can hit shots here. He'd be right here. I'd be right now.
Yep, 100%.
So I need to get back in it because Q goes a lot. And I'm like,
bruh, I'm depressed in Philly right now because winter months you can't go play. And like you said, the simulator is cool, but it's nothing like
I
being
love
outside.
golfing. Yeah. I love golfing.
I'll tell you this, not to say too much. We went out today and they were hitting balls, and I was like,
killing it.
Why am I here? No, they was hitting balls like, if I had to guess, it was probably, let's say 300 yards. Boom, I can hit it 300 yards. Boom, I can hit it 300 yards.
Oh, yeah, just take the 9 iron and just killing it.
Q, that's cool. That was right. They were and it's a different kind of swag. Folks, you gotta get into it. The reason
get back in it,
you have to get back in because your relationships, right? As we get older, it's not many times once you go out to lunch with somebody, right, and the plate is cleared.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But you're able to spend, and I got to see
great
this
networking.
When I started playing maybe 2 years ago. You start running out of surface things to talk about. So now you're getting into the real conversations with people. And I have deeper conversations with people that I met 2 years ago, but I'm having like real time with them. When I started looking at it, I'm like, yo, we play 9, then we go eat. So that's about 4 hours. I'm spending 20 hours a month with you. I haven't spent 20 hours a month with some of my family members, my friends.
Yeah.
So you're getting that quality time with whoever, but golf is kind of like it's like the cover up to like.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it is. That's a good.
I mean, the cover up to what you?
It's the cover up to like even like if you wanted to.
Oh, it's a definitely.
You wanted to build like say if Dr. Dre. Say if he golfed.
I made money with people on the golf course.
But even with you worked out. Like you and Dre worked out.
Yeah.
You may be in the gym for like hour, 2 hours a day.
Yeah, but it's a relationship.
So it builds a relationship.
Let me ask you this about golf. I'll bring it back to Tiger Woods, but I saw somebody else do something, and I thought it was some fly shit. Michael Jordan. I always wanted to get that Jordan golf bag he got with all the Jordan. You see that?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan has one of the flyers. He got all the Jordans on his bag. Google it. It's fly, right? Okay. Then I used to see him putt with a cigar in his mouth. I try that. It's very hard to do. You'll choke. Well, I thought it was fly. I'm like, oh, this is dope.
Smoke in your face.
Oh, my God. I'm like, just drop that thing on the greens, man.
Well, I mean, it's MJ. Well, you know they got a connection with MJ.
I know. That's why. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, they've been out in strip clubs. They've done a lot of. They like, Q, you're not messing up our brand deals with Michael Jordan with your BS.
Nah, I saw some fours that they got, some golf fours.
Yeah.
Talk
again, to us about that.
Yeah, so I mean, I designed the fours. I mean, the main thing was
time out. Do you have a design background?
Nah, well, no. So I've literally just been designing shoes since I was 10, 11 years old.
Really?
Yeah, but I never did anything with it. You know, I've just
always had a
passion. Yeah. So like drawing shoes, drawing clothes, coloring shoes.
You did the logo.
Yeah. I did.
That's the shit. Yeah. That logo is fire.
So I work with a graphic artist.
Yeah.
I've had the idea for the logo since I was in college, but I just never knew what to really do with it. And then finally, I was just like, you know what? Let me talk to Earl. He knew a guy. He's written children's books for him. And I was just like, yo, like, let's work on this logo. And I did it. It took me a day. It took us a day. And I knew exactly what I wanted. And we got it done.
Wow. If y'all don't understand, let's explain what the logo is. Okay. Black man, black image.
Yeah, he got it on his,
Got the jeans on.
I mean, he could be Dominican, too. So, a man of color.
Well, man of color.
Man of color.
Man of color. We got he got jeans on, white sneaks. You see the ball. He's about to tee up. He's teeing up something. But the chain, he has a gold chain on.
Yeah.
I don't even like chains, but this is a hard ass card. Because you can see he's swinging his thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Pause. But he's swinging the you know what I'm saying? It's a dope logo, man.
I appreciate it. I mean, I came out with it because I was going to put it, turning pro, I was going to put it on my polo and put it on my bag. And one thing led to another. I showed it to him. He was like, yo, run with that.
That's hard, bro.
Run with that. So I ended up making sweatshirts, T-shirts, socks, umbrellas, lapels, about like 6 or 7 pieces.
Like golf umbrellas? Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Like 6 or 7 pieces. And then from November 2019 to February 2020, I shipped out the first 2,000 orders.
Gone.
In my apartment in Detroit.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
So, okay, just a business thing. Like, how did it go from this is what you're doing, you showing Earl, to Earl being co-founder? And what was it that you were like, man, we got to work together and make this thing bigger than life? Yeah.
I mean, well, first off, me and Earl won a national championship together in college.
So y'all should be teammates or
golf?
Morehouse.
Yeah, golf championship.
That's where we met. That's where we met in school.
So shit.
Yeah, so I knew we could win together. You know, so from then I was just like, let me move forward with Eastside and let's see what's going to happen. So February 2020 came around, and I was like, bro, we need to go down to the PGA Super Show. You know, PGA Expo actually down in Orlando, Florida. And from there, you know, I just wanted to see what the golf world thought about it, and I want him to see what I saw, you know, up in Detroit, because when I went outside with the logo on, I mean, I got stopped like 60, 70 times in like 2 hours.
Man.
They were just like, who are you? What's that logo? Where can I get it? And do you play golf? So it's like starting a
Like,
conversation.
do I play golf? I'll play your ass.
Yeah, I mean,
golfing is
that's how it started.
A shit talking competitive gentleman sport.
It's like,
ladies, I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
It's a sport. How do you say that? It's just it's a great shit talking.
It's a sport where classy
no.
morals. You know what I mean? It's a sport with morals.
But it's not like basketball, football. It's like we won. No, like you won.
Yeah. Track.
You're in competition with yourself. That's what I found out. Yeah. Playing golf, you're in competition with yourself.
Clearly, because when I played with them today, I was like, "There's no way."
You can
we not your competition.
No, I was just like,
you just wanted.
I felt like they were on steroids.
They probably are.
I felt like something was wrong with their ball. Yeah. I'm like, do they have different kind of balls where they're
pause?
Do they have different?
I was waiting for
different kind of golf?
Do they have different kind of golf utensils that they're using that's making the ball go further? I didn't know. I thought, it was like Jose Canseco.
So let me ask y'all this, Earl. Like, what got y'all into golf? Like, I just shared. It was a Tiger Woods video game. What got you guys in? I'm older than you guys too. So, what made you guys start? Like, we love this game.
Nah, in the city youth golf program back home in Wilmington, Delaware. So my dad just signed me up he saw the flyer and basically was just like, I want to sign my kids up for this. And so me and my sister, we did it. And it was just something to do. It really wasn't something like, oh my God, I love golf all of a sudden. And then I ended up winning a tournament at 13 called the Golf Channel Drive, Chip and Putt. So I won locals. I was like, that's cool. Won the regionals, won that. I went all the way to nationals and finished second. I was like 13. I was like on the plane going back. And I was just like, man, free trip to Disney World. I was on TV and I finished second. If every golf tournament was like this, I'm ready to practice. And the rest has been
history. You got the bug.
Yeah. Well, not even the bug, but also like I got to see the benefit of it. Like you have 0 point of reference, right? So you just telling somebody to play golf. That's like telling somebody to go play polo or cricket. Like, okay, what are
we doing?
But then if you playing cricket, you traveling, you on like some Olympic team where, you know what I mean, you getting recognized for playing cricket. You like, oh, so there's a whole world. Like, I mean, I feel like we all have done that in life. Like swimming is another prime example, right? Like you may not know how big the swimming world is till you get into it and you like, yo, this is serious. Like this is a whole world within itself. And it's the same thing within golf. So we're just able to identify that world and, you know what I mean, they haven't looked back since.
How dope was it playing in college? Let's not understate this for us. Morehouse is one of the most just prestigious HBCUs, but like you're down there in that circle with, all the other, like, how was it being swaggy? Being like, we haven't talked about that. Like,
play golf.
And you could play golf and you're out on the yard. It's like Stump the Yard down there. It's all these other Spellmans there. You're swagging. Like,
Atlanta,
what do you do? I play a little golf. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk about that because I know it
had to be different.
Yeah, it had to be different.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. I mean, it was just
cool.
Cool. I would say it didn't get as much, visibility as we would have liked. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because there's no cheerleaders in golf.
No cheerleaders.
Are there groupies though?
Not really. PGA Tour. You know what I'm saying?
See what's going on for us? They have very prestigious deals going on. They can't get too.
I'm talking not for them. It's not really a lot of groupies.
Nah, there's no groupies. I'm gonna just say it. There's no groupies. But I think too, like just being at Morehouse, like you're in between two different worlds, right? So you're on a campus with obviously majority black individuals, right? And so you're having a great time. You're doing what you're doing, but then you're also on the golf team, which is like this whole, predominantly white world, right? So like when you go outside, you're on the golf course. You love the sport of golf. Like golf has always been dominated by, older white black men, right? And so when you think about it, it's like you have this passion and love in this one world, but then you also have this passion and love in another world. And so it's like sometimes it's difficult to manage, but then when you finally like figure out that balance of that duality, and like basically that's what we're doing over at Eastside, is just kind of like trying to really just like, yo, this is for you too. Right, and that's for like even when we was on campus, we wanted our friends to play golf. Like you still want your friends and family to play golf, and it's like you now have kind of figured out a way to be like, hey, you know what I mean? This is for you, but not just saying it is for you, right? To be able for like Q to be able to reach his audience and his friends, right? Like if I'm telling you to go play golf, it's probably never gonna happen. But if Q, your man's telling you to go play golf, you're gonna be like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna pick up the golf clubs sooner or later. And then when you pick up the golf clubs, you're gonna be like, damn, I should have been doing this.
Yeah, no, that's exactly where I was at. I'm like, dude, like even playing today, I'm like, oh man, I missed this so much. And it's like I'm like literally thinking about 15 years from now, 16 years when my kids get older, I'm like, where do I want to live? I'm like, yo, it's either California. I'm like, the taxes out there. I'm like, Florida, because I can play golf every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to play golf. Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. Even like a couple of balls I hit, I was like, okay.
Was the course hard? Was it a tough course today?
Nah. Yeah, it was just
cool. Wide.
Yeah.
So did you guys use the golf cart or you walked?
Golf cart.
Oh, we always cart.
Why you not walking? That's what PGA guys do.
Yeah.
We'll leave that.
But they not carrying their own bag though. They walking with caddies.
You don't have a caddy today.
No caddy. No, they walking with.
I want to talk about J.R. Smith, right? How impactful was J.R. Smith, NBA champion, going back to school at North Carolina A&T, playing golf? Like, what's that impact like?
I mean, so dope. Well, first off,
y'all talked to him?
Well, yeah. I mean, we met him a couple times. Yeah. First time I met him was at Tour Championship in Atlanta. You know, definitely came up to us, knew who he was, but cool guy, but he loves golf. You know, I mean, J.R. Smith, what he's doing, I mean, first off, you know, showing folks going back to college is cool. You know, showing that education is cool first. But then showing that, you know, I can go back to college and play another sport, even though, you know, he didn't go to college. He went high school straight to the pros. Right. But him going to college and playing on a golf team, it shows that it's cool. You know, it's giving the visibility. It's showing.
But he's serious with it.
You know, it's shedding the light on
100%.
You know, he's all the way in when it comes to golf. Like,
but even a lot of athletes, they play golf as
all of them. Jason Tatum plays. Yeah. I mean, the list goes on. Devin Booker plays. Chris Paul plays. Mm-hmm. I mean, all them guys got into it heavy, like during the bubble, the NBA bubble. Mm-hmm. Like everybody, like COVID, like, you know, and I think, you know, it's just important to understand that, like, when we think about the spike in golf, it wasn't because of any golf brand with this amazing marketing scheme or any person that was in these high executive positions. You know what I mean? It was COVID, right?
Same for me.
And so when COVID hits, everyone takes up the sport because it was like the only thing to do. But I think there's value in it because it's always been sitting there. It's like this hidden gem that is for us. Like nobody can define. Like we were out there earlier. Would you let someone, if you could go test drive a Ferrari today, would you let someone essentially define that experience for you? Right?
Wow. No.
But that's how we've done golf. We're like, oh, man, how was it? Okay, cool, I'm straight. Yeah. I heard it's like this. I heard it's like that. And I've always been like, well, don't hear about anything. Go experience it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Do it yourself.
Yeah, do it yourself.
Listen, I'm hooked. I'm addicted.
Like, it changed. I had a new respect when I started taking lessons because that whole keep your eye down, your head down, arms this way, thumbs certain way, and your legs, you arch your back.
Right.
I was like, after a while, I was like, this is too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
it was a lot. And like the dude, I'm like, bro, I just want to hit the fucking ball.
Facts.
He's like, no, but you got to do this, and you got to. I'm like, it was getting too much, but I had to keep practicing. Then I got to a point where I can hit with my 9, pitch and wedge. I was good at. But then I started fucking up when I grabbed the 5 or one of the longer.
We just need to help you, man. I mean, what we're doing over at Eastside is just
what we're doing over at Eastside.
I like
that.
You know, Earl is one of the.
I know he is.
No, one of the best golf teachers in America.
I know this.
Okay, like Golf Digest, like that's a book.
Wow,
you in magazine?
Yeah.
Do you have is there a teaching technique you have like?
Yeah, I try to
the Earl.
Yeah, so for like, I'm really the Earl technique is like, one, I want to like figure out how my student learns, right? So like a lot of times people could be verbal. You could just tell them something, they could get it. Sometimes, you know what I mean, people are like physical, like you got to like, you know, show them. Mm-hmm. And then another time people are like visual, you know what I'm saying? So something like physical, like you put them into motion, like I want you to do this, like this is how it's supposed to feel. And sometimes other people just see. But it's like you got to, one, figure out how people learn. And then once you figure out how they learn, it's like, all right, that's the pocket I want to stay in. And then you just kind of continue to like feed it like that. And then also constantly like bringing them down to a level of like, where they are, because like oftentimes golf is always like taught on this high level.
Yeah, that's why I only went with black instructors. Keep it 100.
I feel
Keith
that.
Roberts is one of the main guys that got me.
That's what's up, because I feel like they have a perspective where like they understand how hard it is and like how it's okay to struggle, and like they don't have like this quote unquote like short fuse. Because if you grow up around it, you just think it's like natural. Like to me, there's nothing natural about golf.
Yeah, there
isn't. Like, and so especially if you haven't grown up in it, and so for us, I just think we just need somebody to kind of translate it.
Yeah, I just want to talk my language. Don't talk down to me. Just talk my language. Correct. Yeah. My first instructor was how you doing? And I was like, I'm not vibing with this guy. Right. I'm not liking it.
Right. Yeah, my first. I'm shout out to Lewis. Lewis is my first instructor, so it made it fun because he's fun. He's talking to me like, okay,
you excited for you,
giving me analogies. I'm like, oh, bet.
Exactly. That's another good point.
Yeah. Like even there's an analogy today. You was hitting the ball. He was like, yo, like you got to sweep the ground. Like, what are you doing? And how I would actually help junior players or little young black boys. Yeah. I was like, yo, like imagine the ground is your waves or your hair. You got to brush your hair. If you missing your hair, how you going to hit the ball?
I never got to the part where I'm saying?
But like teaching them in a way that they can understand, that they can relate to.
Divots.
That's not...
The divots.
Take a little divot.
I know my shit a little bit. You know what I mean? Divots.
Buzz, I get it.
Then the proper thing is to put that little.
Yeah, you got to put the little sand on it.
Step on it. You know.
But see, that's the other thing too. Is like we be joking when I'm out there, and like especially when I'm teaching somebody new, like they don't want to take the grass up, and I'm like, it's grass. It's just seeds. It'll grow back. So it's like a lot of things that like we just have a lot of misnomers about the game, and I feel like we're here to like essentially through our platform. At the highest level, to educate them, and it's at the highest level. Like, see, a lot of people talk about it from a perspective of what they think, but like, I'm a PGA professional. I've won in college. Like, we, worked at some of the best golf courses in America. Like, it's not just your Uncle Joe Blow. Like, he got professional wins. So it's like, this isn't just a mom and pop, like, okay, I just picked it up a couple years ago.
Y'all official.
Or I just got back to the sport, but I wasn't playing. You know what I mean? I just picked up the sport a couple years ago, and now I'm trying to take you on my journey. It's like, take you on my journey. I've been doing this for 25 years. You just catching up. You know what I mean? This isn't like some new stuff. Like, everyone's just starting to, golf this, golf that. And it's like, yo, go check. We've been playing golf. We've been wanting black people to play.
Where your ass was at. Where your ass was at when I'm on.
Exactly.
Elijah, how tall are you?
6'3".
All right, so he has an advantage.
No.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
A coil. He has a coil.
Do you know what the coil matter?
Do you know what the coil?
Yeah.
Really?
I hit the ball pretty hard, so when I finish, I kind of recoil.
The coil. You know about the coil?
No, I thought it was steroids. I thought it was steroids.
That's what made Tiger Woods. He was tall.
Okay.
Tiger Woods was 6 feet, but the golfers are starting to be a lot taller.
But you guys have an advantage.
Definitely.
Yeah, Fuzz isn't as tall, so you just try to catch up.
But you still can get your game. Like, you know what I mean? You can still, it's not, you know what? I want to say this, right? And about golf, and we were talking about it earlier. Like, I grew up and I didn't see my dad have a hobby. Right, and we were in such a like he didn't have a father that was really there for him. So his whole thing was like family, work. And then I got to a point because of that I had an advantage, and I never had a hobby. Right, so for me, getting into golf during COVID, I'm like, oh snap, I got a hobby now because before it was just like, I mean, we in entertainment. It never stops. It goes from event to event to event. We got to do this. You're not going to be there. You're not going to be there. And what golf allows for me to do, I had two of my closest friends, they lost their fathers in 2020.
Wow.
Right? So, again, we're all fathers. They lost their fathers within 3 months, and one of their fathers played golf. So we reconnected, and we're able to have more time.
Quality time. Yeah.
Playing golf. And just I'm able to be there for them. We're able to be there for each other. We're able to talk. We're there for 4 hours. Our wives aren't mad because we're out at the bar. So it's like a thing you need.
And I think too, like we talked about it earlier, like how golf is something that you can kind of disguise with time, right?
Yeah.
As like a time capsule. But I also feel like it is also a way to do it with loved ones and family as well.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so when you see out there, like, especially when you know, growing up around golf, we saw it out there. Like, you seen people out there with their grandfather, you know what I mean, their fathers, their uncles, and it's like that's what it's about as well. Like, it's a dope way, because we talk a lot about it from a business perspective, but I don't think we talk about it from like a black family perspective. Like, you know, oftentimes, even my family, like, you feel a little uncomfortable with saying I love you type of vibe, right? It's like showing your emotion, and sometimes it's a way to spend time with your friends. Like, I wish all my friends played golf. Yeah. Because it's a cool way for me to be like, yo, I can spend 4 hours with you. You know what I mean? So we can disguise it not just off of some like, oh, here's a way to meet with a CEO, or here's a way to meet with a CFO or somebody on some business. Like, nah, here's a way. And I see you out there with your kids, right? Like, for you to get your kids tonight, again, it could be whatever, like the kids, they're running around, all of that. But those are moments that they're not going to forget. Yeah. And I feel like even if you necessarily don't know how to connect with whoever that individual is in your family, man, woman, child, whatever, it's just like, here's a dope way. Like, yo, let's all go play golf. And then lastly, I just say it's like, especially because you can start the journey together. Like, it's a new flood of new people. Y'all all starting from the same start point. Yeah. Like,
and it don't matter what age or whatever, you can go in. Yeah. Let me ask you guys this. I found out when I was golfing a lot, I would go a couple times a week. I had rituals. Like one time, my uncle, rest in peace, my uncle, he gave me a Max Fly ball. Okay. And I swear I had the best game ever playing with Max Fly. That's the only balls I buy. Right. Max Fly. I know Titleist is the shit, but I'm like
Max Fly in a minute.
I ain't gonna front. I'm like, Max Fly.
He's a little older. Plus, he's a little seasoned guy.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but like,
but now we following you.
I'm like, something about this ball was Max, and I kept that ball. Like, it was like Max Fly. So I was buying nothing but Max Fly balls because I thought that was making my game better, and it probably wasn't, but
for sure.
But no, you remember like, oh, I remember when I was playing. Yeah,
they don't sell Max Flies anymore. Nah. God damn it, I'm out the game. I just told myself.
Go online.
Yeah, so I mean, we all had. What was your golf ball coming up as a junior?
Yeah, my golf ball was a Titleist Tour Bellata 100.
Tour Bellata. I had the Tour Professional 90.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Tour Professional 90.
They don't buy those at Costco. You can't buy those.
No, probably not.
Shit, I'm buying golf balls at Costco.
What's the difference in the ball? Like when can you feel like y'all professionals so you can tell? But is there really a difference if you're starting out? Like, yo, you need to try this ball.
Nah.
When you're starting out, definitely you could try any ball. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Go with the cheapest.
You guys go get
the
cheapest. Go to Walmart, get them off the line, just buy some cheap balls. Yeah. But you got to start swinging the club. That's what it's about.
It's the club.
Earl needs to grow up. I'm sorry. Just grow up, bro.
Y'all had to pause this whole interview to keep going.
But so why are some golf balls $5 a ball, and then some are like 99 cents? What's so different about that?
Well,
I mean,
it's like so many things that go into it.
But it's brand. First of all, it's branding and marketing. It's like shoes, right? Tires, right? Now, granted, there's going to be some difference, but they're still all, golf balls, right? They all kind of. But when you really start to, like he's saying, to dissect it and get down to like the crux of it, the technology in it, for sure. So like some golf balls generally you would use the term, could be harder or softer, right? To respond, right? So like if I am a type of person where I'm just worried about distance, you can have a golf ball that's designed to go further. It's just designed to go. But then when you get around the green, it's also going to go. Versus like that shot you hit on 18 today that kind of checked up the little 3, that shot's going to hit and run. Because
a little bit more, yeah.
It's not like
that same thing with golf clubs. Okay. Like some golf clubs and irons are just designed to do this. Like because they want to see the ball just fly, just go forward straight. Right. But then when you get to his level on a professional level or Lou level, right? Like now these golf clubs are really designed where you can work the ball because I want to move it from left to left. I mean,
draw, fade,
left to right to left, all of those things.
Come on, see, man.
You
got it.
I heard it. I was shocked. We were all
fade.
shocked.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Which one do you usually do? Draw or fade?
I'm a lefty, so I usually fade.
There we go. Let's just go with that.
Come on, man. Let's go.
He was ready to line them up.
I was ready. So you know what? I follow you guys on social media. And
same here.
The one thing is
Appreciate
like you guys
Appreciate you.
Like the last 3 years has been crazy. I'm seeing
they swaggy.
No, they are celebrity, influencer, pros, entrepreneurs. Like it's this new you guys are ushering in this new wave of
hip hop,
African American. Like I'm seeing y'all with Dwayne Wade. I'm like, y'all just everywhere. Yeah, at the swaggy golf clubs and courses. How are y'all managing all of this? Because again, me and Fluzz know from a radio perspective earlier on in our days is like we doing this, we doing that. Like, how do you stay grounded in the world of social media and connections and the red carpet life that you guys are now living?
Chris Paul, he be supporting y'all.
How I stay grounded is, I know what my goal is. Why I started this company was I wanted to turn pro. I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not, competing.
But you will get there.
Definitely.
1,000%.
Not there yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get there. But that's why I'm pressing so hard. I don't have time to pinch myself. I don't have time to really, take in, I would say, all these different relationships like I really want to. Because I'm not saying that's extremely important to me, but really golf is. I feel like we can make such a big splash if I turn pro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm doing,
you seen it happen so many times in the hip hop and with Tiger Woods, it affected everybody. Even with Serena and Venus, they're black and they're excelling in tennis. That's what I like.
But But then even put into perspective that you could be an entrepreneur, and still do that.
And do it.
You know what I'm saying? And be an athlete. But still, you could be an athlete. You could be more than, you know what I'm saying?
Athlete.
So I'm not going to say all that. But that's it. That literally is what I'm trying to show everybody. That's what I feel like we're doing, you know? So even if we have all these relationships and everything, if we're not doing our job, Eastside doesn't stand up, and then all those relationships go away.
So what's the next step for you to get in at the PGA? What does that look like from this day on? What do you have to do?
So
tournaments?
Tournaments. So getting your reps in. It's all about getting reps, but then being able to afford getting those reps.
That's where those sponsorships come in.
Yeah. So actually, having a membership at a course, but now you got to pay your rent. But then it's like you have to pay your rent, but only play golf. It's like you have to find that sponsor if you really want to take this game serious.
So who's, other than Eastside Golf, has there been other sponsors that's been interested in you as a player? Can you say yet?
He can't say.
They on the way.
They on the way. But like I said, I came into this. That wasn't ever a goal of mine, because coming into this, it was so hard. It is hard as a black professional golfer to find sponsors. So I got to a point that wasn't something I'm really, looking for. I'm going to take this by my own hands, take this bull by the horns myself and go out there, be an entrepreneur and sponsor myself.
We were out there today and I saw y'all taking calls. What is the day-to-day operation of running Eastside Golf? Because I know y'all get this. Yo, give me some sneakers. Yo, give me some. I need a hoodie. I need a shirt, right? And that's why we try to support y'all as much as possible.
I appreciate that.
I tried to go buy a double X and it was sold out.
Oh man,
we don't get you right.
I tried to
go. We know the right people.
But yeah, what's that day-to-day process? Because it is a business.
Yeah. So myself, I handle all the marketing, all the design for Eastside. So anything you see posted on Instagram or Facebook, LinkedIn, I've pretty much posted it.
Okay.
And then on top of that, even the design. So all the collabs that we have that came, I design everything. I work with a graphic artist. I work with him, and then we come up with waste management, BMW, even Beats by Dre. We have a collab coming with them. So it's just working through what that looks like. But then what is the story that's going to be told authentically? How does that connect with, guys like yourselves, why would you come to Eastside? Well, then you see our story with Corona beer, Corona Premier, and then you see we're just regular guys. We love to play golf, but, it's something that you can actually do, just love a beer and then love golf.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of drinking and smoking. And you know what else tripped me out about golfing? What? You can pee anywhere.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
No. It depends on what course you're
I'm encouraging everyone to use the bathroom in the proper place.
Because they got certain holes. They have bathrooms.
Nah, dog. They
definitely pee everywhere.
The girl park girls saw me piss a couple of times.
No, if you with a member, if you with two members and they overpay, you can definitely go pee anywhere.
But not use the bathroom on the course.
What's your favorite course?
Wait, hold on. You do have to use the bathroom.
Yeah, no, people be running. Yeah,
They be over there in the trees.
Yeah, I go to
they be over there in the trees.
You could definitely.
Nah, but you're not doing it without the tee box.
Not number 2,
sure,
number 1.
For sure.
Yeah,
not
like
on
the
the
tee box.
For sure.
But like when you like, all right, it's a par 5. All right.
Yeah, people be getting faded.
Hey, what? Hell yeah.
For sure.
The little girl.
Hey, and hey,
Nick.
you like, hey, what's up, Cindy? And then you
They be having the drinks on that thing.
Yeah.
I don't drink.
Yeah, I know you.
I just get snacks.
You should probably get more
M&M's, please. Thank you.
But yeah, what's your favorite courses to play? Top 3.
Trump. Somebody gave me a membership to that, and I never did.
Nah.
Really, that was sorry. Come on, I mean, just
Nah.
All right. I heard it's a beautiful course.
So mine actually is a golf course called Hopi Match Club.
Okay, where's that located?
Yeah, so it's actually out in Georgia. It's like 2-3 hours out. I mean, it's so far out you actually pass cotton fields.
Whoa.
To get there.
Damn, you got to see that.
Yeah, it's like
reminder,
all the way, it does something to you a little bit, you know, but it's out there. It's a match club, so it's no tee boxes, it's only like you're playing against one other person, so the person that wins the hole before, they choose the next tee box. So both of y'all have to tee off from there.
What the hell?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a really exclusive place. But they have places where
it's challenging.
Yeah. Well, yes, and on top of that, like I said, you have to have a membership. So literally, there's places to stay on the actual golf course. So you have like a 3-day outing. We usually go out there. We have the 3-day outing. I mean, you can do networking. We met one of our investors out there one time. Shane Battier. Yeah.
Basketball player.
Yeah, definitely.
Detroit.
Yeah,
played for the Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah, he out here in Miami right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Shane.
Shout out to Miami Heat.
Yes. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so
Sure.
So that's one course.
Yeah.
What's the one course in Georgia that people like? There was
Augusta.
You ever played Augusta?
Nah, I never played Augusta National.
But is it still kind of like?
Yeah.
I heard. I saw Brian Gum. I watch Real Sports a lot.
I'm gonna let Earl speak on that. Yeah,
is it still tense? Like, hey, in words, y'all.
Hey,
is it still like that?
I don't think they can't say that public, but I don't think.
Nah, but I watched Tiger Woods
I'm just trying to
documentary.
save them for us because I know you asking real questions, but we gotta
we can
protect
keep
them.
it real. No, we can keep it real.
All right,
Keep it
so
real.
Keep it 100.
Keep it
I feel
100.
you. All right.
No.
Let's keep it 98.
Nah,
because y'all
nah.
got investors. I don't want
Augusta.
Shane Battier
No,
to be like,
I'm just like.
Nah, they know what they signed up for. Like O said, like, you know what I mean?
But I'm saying, but there's still some tension sometimes.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta understand, like, there's the history of it, right? Like, all we trying to say, golf has a strong racist history, period.
yeah.
Period. There's no
That's facts.
question about it. So anyone that's trying to, like, tiptoe or mumble around that, like, that's,
I'm gonna tell you, because even when I started playing, like, proper etiquette is like if you're holding up the next group of guys and they're white, and they're like, and I'll be like, man, I'll just pick up this ball and just go, man. Like, they were like, I didn't want to hold up the game because I'm slower.
Right.
They were like, yeah, I didn't want them to think like, oh, these black boys don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Because I was learning.
Right.
But, I would just pick up my ball and be like, all right, I'll meet you on the
them. I mean,
Yeah. And I mean, listen.
And I could have been assuming. Right. Like, everybody's patient.
Everybody, and I'm not gonna say everybody's patient, but I will say, like, it's not a thing where it's like, oh, I'm not saying that if you're a white man on a golf course that you are a racist.
No.
What I'm clearly saying is that golf has a racist history.
The history.
Anyone in it, if you do not recognize that history, and there's also a trickle down effect of that, right? So if you've been in this game a while, you've experienced racism. Period.
Yeah.
You could have been on the side of it, you could have been participating in it, but you've experienced it, right? And so my thing, like, when it comes to Augusta, you gotta, listen, they acknowledged it. Like, there's no question about, like, did Augusta have a racist history? Now, in 2022, or now are they taking steps to be more inclusive and be more diverse? For sure, there are definitely things and decisions that they're doing to open up the club and making sure that they have black members. They just had a big thing about making sure that they have women members, and you know what I mean. Again, it's one of those things where you got to keep it on the forefront to continue to have that conversation. because at the end of the day, it's a long history, right? You go back, years and years, like just recently they can't think of the dude's name, but he won the first and third Masters, and he was like a well-known racist.
Wow.
And they actually named an award after him, Horton Smith. It was called the Horton Smith Award. Mm-hmm. And so actually he was a pro at Detroit Golf Club, one of the golf course I worked at. I was the first African-American golf pro to work there. And like even at the club, like you basically had Horton Smith this because he won the first and third Masters. Like that's incredible. Like to win that feat. But at the end of the day, it's almost like sometimes with statues and you see, in the country where it's like, these people own slaves. These are well-known races. So, for me, it's one of those things where I'm okay 100% talking about it when you talk about Augusta National. And it is something that we just need to keep on the forefront. Mm-hmm. And it is something where, we have been pushing the PGA of America to be able to say, listen, like, yo, you got to give us more help. Because it wasn't, they had the Caucasian only clause. I don't know if you know that.
No.
So up until 1961, as a black man, you could not be a member of the PGA of America.
So you didn't get disadvantage.
100%, right? Yeah. So now, when you think about it from that perspective, if Q's dad's picking up the game in 1962, first of all, just because somebody changed the rules, that don't change their mindset, right? So you're going to have this Jim Crow era. So now we're looking at, let's just say 10 years later, right? 1971, right?
Right.
That's when we can start. That's when we starting to feel comfortable. But at the end of the day, that's only 50 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like, we got to really take the steps to be able to bring more, invite more, uplift them, right? Like you got to be just extremely intentional, right? And so that's where we've been, when we talk to different brands and we talk to different, folks that talk about what they want to do in the game, because everybody's like, oh, we need to grow the game, we want to do this, we want to do that. But as they say, you got to know where you've been to know where you're going.
Yeah. Do you feel like, or both of you, do you feel like the death of George Floyd kind of shifted things for you guys in the world of golf?
Definitely.
I know it shifted things for us, period.
1,000%.
But just in the world of golf.
Just, people staying still, people being at home, they finally get to sit with it. They finally get to see, what is really going on. You can't really run from. You can't go to work. You can't go anywhere. You got to watch this. You got to accept it, and then we got to move forward for change. But in the golf world, they don't really see stuff like that a lot. And then acknowledging it, that's rare. And even to put into perspective, Earl worked at Detroit Golf Club. It was founded in 1899.
Oh, man.
He was the first African-American pro at a club that was founded in 1899.
I've been to two of them, even Wilmington Country Club, founded in 1903, I believe. Is when
first one.
First African-American
So it's like,
pro.
this is what we're battling.
Old.
You know what I'm saying? But definitely the death of George Floyd, it pushed. Yes, it pushed, so many people in the golf world to do, to look at themselves and to do what was right. Just do what's right. That's all we've ever asked. That's all, people of different ethnicities in America have ever asked. Just do what's right. Mm-hmm. So in the golf world, we've seen, change here and there, and, it's gradually happening. But what we demand, and what I honestly do in a lot of my meetings, I demand for change to happen. Yeah. That's not something that, like you could just sit here and, tell me that we're working on it. We get that all the time. When are you going to stop working on it and make this happen? Yeah. Like that's where we at. And that's where I'm at.
LeBron James.
That's how I go into it. So
LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
But you can't play basketball. I don't know. I got to knock it down. Maybe he can. He had to pick between.
Let's talk about your partnership you have with Jordan. I think that's important. We got some good friends over there. So let's talk about how did that happen?
Would you say size 11?
Yeah.
I'm 11 and a half.
I'm 11 and a half
when it comes to Jordan.
You 11 and a half?
11 and a half
Can
Jordan.
You fit 11?
No, yes, I can. 12 is too big, but 11 and a half. You're 11.
Yeah, but is 11 tight?
11 is snug.
It's
So you need 11.
11 and a half.
Yeah.
11 and a half.
11 and a half.
You say things about.
I ain't never seen another man fight another man by the shoe size.
11 and a half.
I think it's 11 and a half.
11 and a half.
He said it's
11.
You're 11.
But I'm 11.
Yeah, so either way, yeah. Like you got some old Jordans you trying to go?
No. These are 11.
Yeah, I know.
And they're 11. Those are the 11s.
The 11s and the 11s.
Those are 11.
I got the cool grays too.
Okay.
Yeah.
You saw the.
I saw
Was
you
it
there.
after I got those 11?
I got them for Christmas.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway,
Okay, you have a Jordan collaboration,
Which is dope as fuck.
Yeah, appreciate it. No, I mean, like you said, I think, it's a long story, but to kind of piggyback off what O was saying, like, it's about doing the right thing. And, shout out to, the Jordan brand as a whole, Gentry Humphrey, who was over there at the time. And, like, that was his big thing when he talked. It's like, yo, this is the right thing to do.
Appreciate you, G.
This is the right thing to do. Like, some people may have said whatever, but he's like, nah, this is y'all. Like, I see what y'all trying to do. I know y'all love golf. Y'all really are golfers. MJ loves golf. Like,
it makes sense.
This is the right thing to do. Like, everybody's scrambling to figure out what we gonna do. And it's like, we been in the space. That's the other thing. Like I said, man, like, it's a lot of people running the golf, trying to make it cool. It's a lot of people now deciding to say, oh, well, I want to do this. I want to do that now. And it's just like, yo, we been doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we're not now just deciding to, go help junior golfers.
Because y'all active.
I've been helping junior golfers. I've been mentoring. Q in the game, because the guy that coached him, I mentored him back when nobody was talking about golf.
Yeah.
And the list goes on and on and on and on. Like, we've been putting in the work. I had one of the best junior programs in the country. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like one of those things where
perfect partnership
for us. You know what I mean? When MJ, we had to call with him. Long story short, I skipped over a lot of steps.
Wait, you see, come on, bro. You can't just lay that conversation down there like.
I mean, it's so normal though.
It's not a skittle, bro.
It's just MJ.
Nah, it's not. Yeah,
it's just MJ. I mean,
so you're saying you're trying to tell me and Q on the FAQ podcast that you guys actually had a conversation with Michael Jordan, 23.
We call him MJ sometimes. We call him M.
That's my man.
So you're trying to tell me if Michael Jordan goes golfing that you probably went golfing with him a couple of times?
No, we haven't played golf.
We haven't played, but
it's coming. It's coming.
You know what's up, though.
Yeah.
But is he wearing Eastside Golf Jordan collab shoes?
Nah, that's MJ. Well,
no, I would say the Eastside Golf, Jordan shoes.
He wearing Jordans.
Definitely, he's wearing Jordans.
So yeah, you're right. I agree. We haven't seen him.
But y'all when y'all do a collab, it's y'all twist on the Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
So explain to us what I saw the fours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all done another collab yet? Another version?
What Khaled say? What's that? What Khaled been saying?
Still.
Oh, I was about to say another one.
Okay, yeah, that's what he's saying too. Another one. Yeah. But right now, Khaled been on still.
Still in the meeting.
Still in the meeting.
Oh, okay. Still in the meeting.
Can you buy the shoes yet?
Yeah. So,
on StockX.
Yeah, on StockX. They got
first
sold out.
How much are they? How much
like
are they?
$850,
Really?
$1,200 probably, huh?
I think averaging like 1,800. I mean, because I've seen
they've gotten up to 8,000-9,000.
Yeah.
Wow, and you still.
Whoa. So it was a low number these guys did.
Yeah. Well, we didn't listen. It's not we did. You take what they give you.
Heck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how it is over there. I mean,
you
don't. You know what I'm saying?
You just say, thank you.
All right, this is what we getting.
We'll make it work.
Sounds good. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
But are you guys gonna do another shoe?
Still
in the meeting.
I want the 3. I want the 3.
Ooh, they do 11. We do 11. You see, when we did the 11, he said, and you wearing the 11s. I'm like, I picked up. It's going to be the 11.
Nah, it got to be.
The 11. You don't think the 11 be a good golf shoe? What do y'all think would be a good golf shoe out of the next Jordan?
I'm just trying to tell you, like, the patent leather on the Morning Dew is not going to look right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with a 1. That's a no-brainer. Can't go wrong with a 1. Mm-hmm. We both love the 6.
Yeah, definitely the 6. But I want to see the 10. The Air Jordan 10.
Flip.
J10s. And a golf shoe.
The 10s,
low.
like the, yeah.
Okay.
Those are,
which one is the, I'd like to see the,
silver.
What is it, the 14, the Ferrari joint? The Ferrari
oh, yeah, the 14.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, with the bar on the tongue.
Yes.
Those are fire.
Yeah, I would like to see. I'd like to see the 14.
So there's still more to come then.
We still in the meeting. Still in the meeting.
All right, cool.
Y'all are two African American males, and we know this.
They are black.
Y'all building the business. Me and Fuzz are building the business, and sometimes this is like a marriage, right? And sometimes you have disagreements, you have ups and downs, and in certain ways that you have to navigate business with your brother that you like, dog, I don't want to talk to you right now. Just let's relax. It's like, do y'all let's talk about those times because a lot of people
don't see that.
Yeah,
you don't see it, and we're not conditioned to do business and have disagreements without it being like a big blow up.
100%.
So how do y'all deal with that?
Nah, I mean,
I think it's trust. Like whatever argument me and him get into, get in one when we leave. I mean, I trust him. You know what I'm saying? So I know that he wouldn't do anything to harm what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
I know he has my best interest at heart. Yep. I mean, we won a national championship together too, so I know he wants to win. You know what I'm saying? I want to win. We have those things in common, but definitely trust and communication.
Yeah, communication
are the two biggest things that have helped us. I mean, if I could just be so honest with him and tell him exactly what's on my mind, but then tell him the reasons why, if I can explain it, and usually that's how it works.
Right.
If whoever has the strongest conviction on a choice, that's usually what we go with. You know what I'm saying? It's been one or two times where we both had strong convictions, and it's just like, well, we just gonna have to try them both, But then most of the time, like literally 98% of the time, it's like, well, whose conviction is the strongest, and what is the reasoning? All right, that's your reasoning. All right, let's go with that. Yeah. Because it doesn't matter about titles and all of that. What's the right thing to do? I'm not here to make a quick buck. He's not here to do the same, We're here to actually grow the game, I mean, a lot of people say that, but we're going outside of the PGA. We're going outside of the actual game of golf and bringing everybody into the game authentically. How we would want our family members to come in, how we would want to explain the game to y'all. I mean, this shit gotta be cool.
We're Brian Gumbel.
He's right here. But I want him to incorporate our conversation into the real sports Eastside golf story.
It's coming. I think too, it's one of those things where we like I'll say this. Like we both know what it is to work hard.
Yes.
Right? And so like it's almost like as a coach, if you see somebody at the track star and you running and you clocking their time, you like, yo, you not running. Like, what you mean? Like, I seen you run before. You not running. And so, like, we both, like, been in the trench. Like, I didn't take a paycheck for Eastside Golf for, like, a minute. Like, years. Like, I'm sweat equity, like, working 2 jobs. But I'm like, I believe in the vision. I believe it's my brother.
So you put back in what
like, and it's one of those things where it's just like, I can come to him and be like, yo, you not working hard. Because I seen you work hard. Same thing, you can come to me. Like, yo, you out here, you wilding.
Slacking.
You slacking, like, you not answering emails.
Y'all keep each other accountable.
You're not picking up phone calls. Like, you doing this. It's like, it's just one of those things where when you experience that together, it's one of those things where it has allowed us to be like, yo, nah. And it's like, we got a great opportunity. Like, the only thing that would ruin this shit is ego. Like, we know we up. Like, ain't no cap. Like, we in a
position.
Great position, right? And so it's just like, how do we keep the right people around us? How do we make the right decisions? And it's just one of those things where, like he said, communication is key, and experience. Like, for me, like, to me, I've never done nothing at this magnitude, but this is my first time in doing and scaling something. So it's like one of those things where it's like, I learned from my previous mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I know what I did wrong back then. Yeah. I know when situations came up and I was like, I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to just go with the flow because that's kind of my personality. Nah, I'm not doing that now. Yep. Like, I'm checking it from the door. Like, and I'm not checking it as from an ego perspective. I'm checking it because it bothers me. So I'm going to say it. I'm going to get it off my chest.
For sure.
We're going to have a conversation about it. Like he said, that's my brother.
Keep it moving.
And we keep it moving. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this going to be the one that's like, is whatever's going on, is this worth ending what Eastside is all about? Nah. And if, it's just one of those things, that's because it comes with, communication.
Yeah. Right. Now, we had to talk about that because, again, people are looking up to y'all. People understand that this is a business, but, again, coming from our backgrounds, we don't talk about that.
100%.
Got to talk about those things.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. I'm just listen. Thank y'all.
I got a couple more questions.
You do? Oh, okay.
Let's go. We here, man.
We're in Miami.
We are in Miami.
It's like,
No.
Eastside
Golf apparel, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I only wear sweatsuits. Is there?
Did you buy a sweatsuit though?
Wait, I'm asking
you gotta buy a sweatsuit.
Like I said, they didn't have double X. But anyway, no. The thing is there? Can you wear a sweatsuit on the golf course?
Well, you can wear a sweatsuit to a public golf course. It is not said that it's the right attire on the golf course, but there is no required attire at a public golf course. At country clubs,
you gotta have.
They're usually
trousers.
They can create their own rules. It's a private club.
It's a private club.
But y'all can have a polo shirt on with the Eastside Golf logo on it for sure.
100%. Yeah. We got polos.
Yeah, I know y'all got it. Yeah. We're just trying to put it out there. You know what I mean?
Polos. We got
hella polos.
Y'all can go right now, eastsidegolf.com. Go get them polos.
Yes, sir. At Eastside Golf. Instagram.
We got colors, all kind of stuff.
Twitter at Eastside Golf 6. Let's go.
But when I start getting into it, the apparel part is expensive.
Yeah,
that's a real like they make money.
But I think also,
and why is FootJoy so like? Why is who made
branding, man?
Branding,
a lot of it.
But what made that the sock though? Like what?
I mean, the shoes is kind of comfortable too. But no, I just think this
some
like
wingtip ones. I'm like,
when you're first starting out as golfers, and I gotta say this right, you gotta pick. Do you want to look like the fly dude that can't play, or do you want to?
Me.
Yeah,
I was matching.
Right. Yeah, but take that
my
money.
My golf bag looked good, but my game was trash.
But take that money and get a
lesson.
Get lessons.
I was getting lessons.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather look like trash. I'd rather look like, all right, he just regular than my game is progressing. Because I've had friends, Lamont Brown, who goes out there.
He looked the part.
Dog, he's dripping. And I'm like, Lamont Brown.
Lamont, why you do you like that?
Lamont Brown 215. What are you doing, Lamont Brown 215 on Instagram?
Let's change the subject.
No. Yeah, but no, you can't. It's like, all right, what are we doing? Are we going to be just drippy? Or are we going to like really learn our short game?
And I want to say too, like golf is a sport. It's a lifelong journey.
You can learn something new every day.
And it's like it's not this game where you just think you can pick up and just like get it instantly. So it's like the mindset's got to be right where you got time to play this, right? Like even for us, right? You haven't really played that much, but just think about it. Whenever you started playing, you played a little bit, you stopped playing. Now you want to go back, and you still have your whole life in front of you to still continue to play.
Muscle memory.
You know what I'm saying? He said muscle memory.
do you guys get perturbed when somebody's on their phone playing golf?
Nah, you can't play with me. I'm always on my phone. I'm working.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to put it down, but
like you'll be in the car, be like, good one.
I mean, I'm respectful.
Yeah.
I'm respectful, but I'm on my.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad. I mean, I'm never on my phone on the golf course. I'm trying to break the course record. You know, I'm out there trying to.
So you really you guys keep score.
Yeah.
Well, he's trying to go pro. Like he's trying to do this for a living.
So you got to keep score.
So he's hitting birdies and eagles.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. It's different.
But you got to keep score too.
I didn't keep score, bro.
Because you got to know. You got to see if you're getting better.
When I did part threes, I was good. My part 3 game was nice. I used to only carry like 3 little clubs with me. I'd be like,
you just like your Tesla. You know everything about the Tesla. You went into it. You got into it. You watch YouTube videos. You know people who know. It's just it's another culture.
Yeah.
To get into.
Yeah.
All right. Golf habits. What's the thing about people marking on their balls? The golf balls.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really just alignment most times, or it is to. I mean, officially, it is. You have to mark your golf ball at the beginning of the round, so you can identify it when you hit it. You know, so it can be different. So it has to be different than everybody else's ball. Or if it's not different, you go out there and both of y'all hit the same ball.
You be like, where's my?
Like, damn, like which one is my ball?
So you put initials on it,
yeah,
or
so
whatever.
I
would put a Z on.
Yeah, put something on there.
Put something on it.
Put a Z. Or put a Z.
Oh, Z. Yeah. Just get a ball, or get the Max Flies because everybody don't have the Max Flies.
Oh, you can't even buy them no more.
They don't even have it at the Costco warehouse no more.
You know what? But see, like that would be something that like I just thought of this like as a brand. How do we go acquire MaxFly, right? Because that company is probably still around, and they have all that technology, right? And those are the things too that, you know, when we start talking about like what we want to do with a brand, and like that's when you go raise capital, right? So we went and raised capital, did a seed round, but then when we go for a Series A, that's a part of it. Like, hey, we want to go acquire other golf brands, and that's how you begin to really, you know,
LeBron
be here
James
for generations.
Cannondale bikes.
Yeah. He did it with the pizza company. Yeah,
we need to do that with the golf ball.
100%.
But we got to
do Cleveland? Are they still?
Yeah, Cleveland's still around.
Yeah, that's my golf club.
That's your golf club of choice.
Have some hybrids.
You
know how I bought them? I bought them just because they look cool.
You got to get a coach, bro.
I know.
I'm telling you, because that's the only. Like,
my dude Keith, he moved
out
of LA.
We got somebody too out there.
In LA?
Yeah, my man over at Riviera. It's a
it's
a brother.
Sure.
So we'll get you locked in.
Because I need to release the stress. I've been stressed,
dog.
And I don't drink.
But I'm telling you, that's why I'm mad. I'm like, yo, you out there? It's 70 degrees. You can play anytime.
Yeah, Westchester's around the corner from the house. I can
go to Westchester. You can get in the Tesla. Yeah. Get in the Tesla. Drive somewhere.
Yeah.
Go
do you guys
play.
have a golf bag too? Y'all selling?
What's coming?
Coming this year.
We're in the meeting.
I'm coming this year.
Yeah. If it has orange trim, I'm going to buy.
Can we just cash app y'all some money and then
let me just
y'all could just give us
let me give y'all a rack right now. Be like,
see when we start that NFT program, y'all buy that Eastside golf coin.
Gonna do that?
You can get it that way.
Hey, are y'all gonna be in like the video games too as apparel?
Well, be there.
All of
those things are up in the air. Definitely,
man,
in the metaverse, bro. You know, having Eastside golf and, you know, whether it's a basketball game or golf game, that is something that we have talked about. We've talked with video game companies on doing that. But then on top of that, we did a collaboration with Coinbase. So we did a
Coinbase.
We did a collaboration with Coinbase, and we were the first golf company to be at ComplexCon.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we did like a special piece. I designed a special hoodie. Yeah. It's an Eastside Golf Coinbase collab. Mm-hmm. And the first, I think 1,500 people that came to the booth, they had to sign up, they had to get the NFT, and then they can come get a box from us. You know?
That's dope.
Yeah. But now we're going to be coming out with more NFTs coming this year. We got
y'all talking
bunch
the
of
future.
Bunch of things that
got
we're
it.
doing.
Yeah.
So,
we locked in, man.
We appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
Earl, Elijah Juan, thank y'all, man. Zone 6, what up? Delaware, you know what it is. Kilmington, we not playing with y'all.
No, Wilmington.
Did you see that? See what I did there? I'm sorry. Shout out to the mayor. Who's the mayor of Wilmington?
Michael Esprizicki.
Mike P.
What's up, Mike?
Michael Esprizicki. That's how I used to work for before I came over to Eastside. So
and
shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Zone 6, Atlanta.
Shout out to Jordan, man.
Michael Atlanta was good.
Shout out to Gucci Jordan brand.
Reggie,
Gucci
what's up,
hit
man?
me.
Shout out to my brother Pecos, Sean Pecos.
Yo, man,
Pecos was good.
Sean, you motherfucker, you owe me some Sergio Tacchini Connect. Sean, I'm on your bumper. I love you, brother.
FaceTime right now.
Yeah.
Pecos?
Pecos.
We'll end it, but we're going to FaceTime Sean Pecos.
Yeah, we're going to do it right.
Pecos, we got number love for you, baby. Look, shout out to CAA fam. Shout out to everybody.
CAA, love y'all.
Yo, FAQ Podcast. Look, if you would like to advertise, sponsor, go to fuzzyandq@gmail.com.
Eastside Golf could be a sponsor. Logo right. Bing, bing, there.
Whatever water company y'all was sponsoring today. Okay, spring water.
Right.
I just messing with you.
I know, dog. That joint irritated me the whole time. All right, look, FAQ Podcast. We'll see y'all next time.
This shit just says spring water.
We about to acquire the company.
Yeah,
exactly.
Hello.